Hey everyone, welcome back to Croc HQ. This is part 2 of the Mrs. Toad sculpture tutorial. Part 1 was the armature and sculpting and baking this project, and part 2 I'm going to be painting her and putting on the finishing touches and completing the project in its entirety. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to Croc HQ. It's our family vlog channel. I'm going to have a lot more tutorials up here and other family videos from us, so go ahead and check it out, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay guys, so off screen I painted Mrs. Toad with just a quick little base white color, like a primer. I just used a plain white acrylic. Doing this step just kind of helps me make sure that I don't miss any spots when I'm actually painting her the color she's supposed to be. So it's just a little tip that I use, a little trick that I use. A lot of artists don't do this, but it definitely helps me because I miss a lot of spots. I easily, can focus on one spot and then miss a whole nother angle here. It's really helpful to kind of take your project and make sure you're looking at it from all kinds of angles that maybe you wouldn't look at it from, or maybe it's not built to stand. Nobody's going to see under her skirt or under her armpits, but it's good while you have them off the base to kind of flip them in every single imaginable angle to make sure that you get all the spots and all the nooks and crannies, because it will drive you crazy once it's done and glazed and everything. Not glazed, once it's done and sealed and you see a spot that you missed, it'll drive you nuts. So my best piece of advice with painting is to just take your time and make sure to look in all the little nooks and crannies. And as you can see, Mrs. Toad has a lot of nooks and crannies, so I definitely took my time. It took me, I think, 2 days to completely paint her with all her coats. So just that's just the best advice I could give you guys. Just go ahead and take your time with it, and get all the little spots and really just enjoy the process. That's the best part of the whole thing. I mean, being done and having something beautiful to look at that you made by yourself is obviously amazing, and that's the end result that everybody hopes for and everybody aims for. But really the process is where the money's at. The process is where all of that amazing, creative, calming energy comes through. So I had to teach myself this over my 2 years of sculpting. I really would try and rush through my first few projects and try and knock them out and try and just impress everybody, but really it comes down to just enjoying the process and taking it for what it is. And it really does have a calming effect on you, and you really can hone in on your skills, and you can get better if you just stay calm and take your time and really think out how you're gonna do things and just let it ride, man. So that's my advice, and yeah. Alright guys, so this part of the video is going to transition pretty fast because I did a lot of things off camera. I had a lot of trouble with the base that she was attached to, which I mentioned in part 1. But I just blocked out her main colors. I let her dry overnight, and then I came back and I did her shoes, and I fixed any patches in her paint. Before I started recording again, I just kind of went through and did layer after layer of her base colors like I was talking about a minute ago. So I think at this point the only part of her that's not done is her gloves, which will be black, and I let her dry, see. So I went ahead and did her cheeks, and then my favorite part was I was trying to figure out how to do her eyelashes, and I initially was going to paint them on, and she has these big beautiful eyelashes, but then I remembered that I had falsies in my bathroom, so I decided to play around with that a little bit, and you'll see the end result was just amazing. And she ended up being a mixed media piece, which is even more amazing to me because mixed media is so interesting. So the lashes, I went for it and I stuck them on with super glue. I cut them into little tiny pieces, as you see me doing here, and I let them dry, and I think the result was just fantastic. And you guys can let me know what you think, but the results, it really made her pop, to have that element to the polymer clay. But like I said, I attached her to her base off camera. It gave me such a hard time. I ended up taking these little pearl balls that I had just stashed away that I had gotten at like Hobby Lobby or something, and I glued them to her base to make it just a little more glamorous. I ended up having to use a dowel for her to help her stand because I had so much trouble with the base again. And I also painted and attached her feather off camera as well, and I used some wire to get the shape for that. But here she is, all complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to Croc HQ, and thanks for watching.